Well, in the sense that if we compare the period from the 90s, which was the period where neoliberalism was dominant and put into practice, and the debacle, the tremendous crisis that took place at the end of the 90s, in the fall of many governments, that the kind of Yeltsin, Latin Yeltsins that fell, Menem in Argentina, Cardoso in Brazil, Sanchez de Lozada in Bolivia, etc. That type of wild, savage, neoliberal capitalism and U.S. dominance is no longer on the agenda. State intervention, some regulation, some attempts to channel resources into poverty programs, etc. Now, in many cases, the privatizations in Latin America have not been reversed. That is, Lula in Brazil, Kirchner in Argentina have not gone back and nationalized the strategic sectors of the economy that were privatized in the 90s. At best, they've negotiated more taxes on these enterprises, imposed some regulations on the environmental damage, but basically what's occurred in Latin America today is a certain degree of autonomy based on two things. One, on the popular movements that emerged out of the crisis, and secondly, the tremendous revenues coming in from the high commodity prices going to Latin America. That is, agricultural, metal, primary sector exports in Latin America have created enormous revenues and led to the total irrelevance of the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank and the leverage they had over the countries and the advantages they gave the U.S. So Brazil, Argentina have huge reserves, and they've been able to subsidize both the big capitalists and sectors of the popular classes on the basis of these primary surpluses that they've accumulated. And this means also the U.S. no longer is such a influential factor there because China, India, Russia, etc. now are making demands on the market, and the U.S. has lost market shares in not only in terms of trade but also in investment. So this diversification also has created some more opportunities and flexibilities in Latin America. But the image of Latin America is going revolutionary is not the case. It's neither going back to liberalism nor is it going forward. Chavez is the exception to the rule. Correa is a progressive nationalist and reformer, which is extremely positive. Evo Morales has been a real demagogue and ineffectual politician because he made so many concessions to the right that now he's practically lost control of half of the country, etc. So while there is more independence in Latin America, less poverty, it's certainly not a break with U.S. imperialism and less a move toward creating a new revolutionary process.